Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get rid of my Galaxy Tab S6 because I need to trade it in order to afford my Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. But in this video, what I wanna do is quickly talk about the similarities between the two as well as the differences, and ultimately help you decide in case you cannot decide if you wanna get the Tab S6 or just go for the big old Tab S7 Plus. Keep in mind that there also is the regular size, the 11-inch rather, Tab S7, so that one is also an option, which I will bring up throughout this comparison video. But let's go ahead and start off with the similarities. So what I have in my tablets that are similar to each other are gonna be 128 gigabytes of storage, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 13 megapixel main shooter on the back, as well as a 5 megapixel ultra wide, a 5 megapixel front facing camera, USB-C charging ports, stereo speakers, and technically an S Pen, even though there is a huge difference between the two, which I'll get into in a little bit. Now, when it comes to the Galaxy Tab S6, there's only one model available for you to buy, and this is the one that comes with a 10.5-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600. It still has that 16:10 aspect ratio with 287 ppi. And now when it comes to the display as well, you also have only 60 Hz as opposed to 120 Hz that's available in the S7 and S7 Plus. And even though this is now a generation behind, this has always been a pleasure to use when it comes to media consumption, productivity work, web browsing, even playing games. This has always been a great display, and even though it's a last gen, it still holds up very well. Now, another difference is that this comes with a Snapdragon 855 as opposed to the Snapdragon 865 Plus that comes with the S7 and the S7 Plus. Now, here's the thing, this chip is still capable of delivering a really good performance in terms of just doing everyday tasks, like I mentioned about the web browsing, the productivity work, watching videos, playing games, even doing 4K video editing that I've done in the past. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna get the same performance on here as you would with a Snapdragon 865 Plus, but this by no means is a slow tablet. It's still very capable to be used in this day and age, and I can definitely foresee somebody being able to be happy with this device for another year or two before they decide to finally upgrade. And now on the bottom here, you have that USB-C port, right? So even though they both have it, they both don't have the same recharge rate. So here you have a quick charge, 15-watt charging, and with the S7 and the S7 Plus, you get fast charging capable of being recharged with 45 watts. But keep this in mind, this has a 7,040 milliamp hour cell, and on my S7 Plus here, you have a 10,090 milliamp hour cell. And considering this is a smaller battery, the recharge rate isn't too bad. Usually I would get around 2 hours of a recharge rate when I need to charge this thing, so that's not bad at all. But keep that in mind that this will take a lot less to charge than it would this one. But I definitely have to say that the fast charging on this device has been pretty nice. And just so you guys know, I'm gonna have way more info about my Galaxy S7 Plus in the actual review, so subscribe right now so you don't miss that video. Now, the next difference between these two devices isn't necessarily something about the device itself, it's an accessory that Samsung sells for both of them, which is gonna be the Galaxy Tab S6's attachable keyboard and trackpad. I have to say right now, I don't like it, it's crap. The adhesive that is stuck to my tablet basically wore off. It rendered my keyboard useless unless I had something to prop it up with. And to be honest, even in my review video back in the day, I even said don't buy it, just buy a third-party accessory because it's gonna basically do what you need anyway. I will say the one that comes for the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus and S7 is way better in terms of it being able to actually be used consistently without having to worry about it. But I still don't like the trackpad, which again, more in the review. But ultimately guys, I don't like it. I think if you were to buy one for this, you can just easily buy a Bluetooth keyboard, get yourself a Bluetooth mouse, and you're good to go. Just to clarify, the one that comes with the Tab S6 is worse than the one that comes with the Tab S7, which is why I brought that up. Just saying. Now, the last huge difference between these two tablets has to be the S Pen. Now, when I got this S Pen on my Tab S6, right, I always thought that it was fine. I used it, I drew on it, I made a review video about the drawing and trying drawing on the tablet. I wrote a lot on it with note-taking using Squid, and at the end of the day, it did what I needed to do, so I barely had any complaints about it. But when it comes to the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus's S Pen, what a difference. I didn't think I would care as much as I do, but I promise you, if you are more interested in drawing, writing, doing anything that involves an S Pen, this is definitely by far way better than the S6. I don't know the latency when it comes to the Tab S6. I looked it up, I couldn't find it, so if you know, leave it down in the comment section so people can find out. But when it comes to that, compared to the 9 milliseconds on the Tab S7 Plus, just go here if this is literally what you need. Like, if you need a good S Pen, go here. And now the last tiny difference is this is running a different version of Samsung DeX than the Tab S6. I don't know if the Tab S6 is ever gonna get updated because there's definitely a little bit of different usability that's available on this than opposed to the Tab S6. So that can be something else to note, that if you want the latest and greatest software, you're gonna get it right away with the Tab S7. I just don't know about the S6. So keep that in mind as well. Like, I don't know when the updates are coming yet for that, but just know you get the newest version here. Now let's take a second to step back, right? When it comes to both of these tablets, they're both capable and definitely good for the price that they are coming at, as well as what they have to offer for said price range. But what it's gonna come down to ultimately is what you need. Do you need to get the latest and greatest Snapdragon 865 Plus, or do you care more about having a device that can last you an extra year or two before you have to splurge a lot of money? Do you care about having a 12.4-inch device that is capable of both 60 and 120 Hz, having it be a Super AMOLED display? If not, you can go with the S7, which comes down to $200 less, or as long as you have an OLED 60 Hz and it looks great when you're watching content for even cheaper, you can go with the Tab S6. Do you care about having a huge battery and an even faster charge time, or do you care about having a tablet that you know will last you throughout the day? Do you care about having the latest S Pen because you're gonna definitely take notes on it consistently, or you're an artist that's looking to use this for drawing? Or do you care about having a tablet that will do the job when the time comes to it, but it's nothing that you do every day that will hinder your experience when you decide to actually use it? You could spend $850, get the best of the best when it comes to Android devices and the biggest one in that rate, or you can spend $200 less, get the Galaxy Tab S7, save yourself some money. Biggest difference is you're not having a 120 Hz OLED or AMOLED display, you're having an LCD. Or if you really need to crunch your money and make it worth the investment, you can still get the Galaxy Tab S6. It isn't a slouch for the money you're getting, and to be honest, the way things are laid out in terms of the price and then what you're getting for each price point, it isn't so bad. So my last statement to you is, again, think about your budget, think of what you really want. And again, I used my Galaxy Tab S6 until I purchased this device. I'm even trading it in to keep this, which is kind of sad because if I could have the money and keep this device, I would. But at the end of the day, guys, my life, my needs are different from yours. So you need to figure out what you need in a tablet and which one of these is gonna be best for you. But all right, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully I helped you guys in some way, or if you just enjoyed it. But with that being said, leave a like if you guys did like this video so that YouTube algorithm knows what's up. If you are new, subscribe so you don't miss all my future videos, because as always, I have a huge list. I just gotta knock them out. But the biggest thing of all, be safe, be clean, make good decisions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.